This time I've got my hands on an interesting PDW. It's called the Mutant and it's made by Ares. Looking at it you'd think it's just another M4 and you'd kinda be right. But Ares have got loads of extra parts available for this gun, and that allows you to change the length of both the outer barrel and the handguard as well, so you can have this as long or as short as possible. The gun itself is mainly polymer with a metal handguard. You get your standard M4 controls and an ambidextrous mag release. The magazine that comes with it is a 120 round mid-cap and it has got a built-in mag pull, making it easier to get out of mag pouches compared to your standard M4s. But when it's inserted into the mag well, you do have quite a bit of mag wobble. At the back you've got a 5-position sliding pistol brace, but to be honest there is no way I am getting my arm in that without it cutting into me. If you do take that off, you're going to have access to the tiny battery compartment, and it does come with a Dean's connector. It also comes with an Ares EFCS version 2 gearbox. It is designed to take 11.1 volt lipos, and I could just about fit an 1100 milliamp lipo in there. But with all that paired together, you do get quite a short trigger pull for a stock gun, and it makes follow-up shots on semi very easy. Oh, and speaking of shooting, this thing makes one hell of a crack when you pull the trigger. Mainly because that's going to be helped with that amplifier that they've put on the front end of the outer barrel. Now, you can take this off, but you are going to have a 40mm clockwise thread. So unlike everyone else who uses counterclockwise, Ares of course have made it difficult for you. This means that tracer units and suppressors are going to be very hard to actually fit onto these. Along the top you do get a full-length polymer rail system, and it has drop-down iron sights that sit flush inside the rail, so if you're running optics on this, they are not going to get in the way. Behind the rear sight is your standard M4 charging handle. Pull it back, it's going to open up the ejection port to reveal its rotary style hop unit. Nice and easy to turn, but it does feel stiff enough that it's not going to move on its own anytime soon. When it came to the Crono, it was doing around the 340 FPS mark. Now, some shots were hitting about 345 and going as low as 337 on a 0.2 gram BB. As for the accuracy of this, I've got to admit, shooting it is fun, but this really impressed me. It's got a nice tight grouping in the centre, and it has got 1 or 2 fly-offs to the side. But even with that, you're still going to hit a player every time you pull that trigger. No problems there at all. With all that, I've got to say I'm really impressed with this. It's got a nice weight to it, it doesn't have any movement in the body, and it's got a lovely crack that's going to rival that old G&G ARP9. And if you want to see how the ARP sounds, then check this video out next.